Hi, we meet in my garden this morning. We meet in the garden because it's that time of year, it's spring, and it's time to get seeds in the ground. And we got our seeds ready, but that's not the real reason we're here. We're here because it's the Tuesday of Holy Week. And then Tuesday of Holy Week, the church has seen fit to have readings, assigned readings. And the reading for today is from John chapter 12. And in it, Jesus talks about grain, about a grain of wheat. And he says, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it just remains a single grain. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Now, he's talking about gardening, to be sure, but there's a whole lot more going on here, and we need to see the whole context. There are some Greeks who have come to Philip and said, we want to see Jesus. So Philip goes to Andrew, and they go to Jesus, and instead of saying, sure, bring them in, let's talk, let's meet, like one would think if there are people to meet. But instead, Jesus goes off on this tangent, like Jesus often does, and there's more meaning to what's going on than just a simple gathering of people. Jesus goes off and he starts by saying this: now is the hour for the Son of Man to be glorified. And that's when he starts talking about the wheat into the ground, dying and becoming fruitful. It's as if to say, rather than coming and shaking hands to meet, as if meeting Jesus is just a matter of getting a name or some ideas in our mind. No, he says, if you come, you need to go where I am. That's how you're going to meet me. And where is he going? He's going to a cross. Where has he been? He's been where people have been in need of healing, need of food, need of life in the midst of death. Those kind of places, Jesus says, that's where I am. And if you want to meet me, go where I am. Go where I go. So, that's the word today. Those, he says, who love their life, they're going to lose it. And those who hate their life in this world, they're going to gain eternal life. Well, he's not disparaging this time and this life and this place where we are, even now in the midst of life with all of its uncertainties. Rather, he's saying, with me, life is about giving. It's about going where there is need and meeting that need. And I invite you along, and that's where you're going to see my glory, see what I'm all about, see how I shine. And that's where you'll shine. That's where life is. We're in uncertain times. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with jobs and homes and health and so much other. And it can be a fearful time. But we're invited to walk with Jesus, to go where Jesus is. And certainly, whatever is in that future, we know Jesus is there. And he invites us to be there. Maybe like that grain of wheat. We want to preserve life as it is, and it's fearful if we think it's different. But he invites us to be open to that future, to be open to what comes, and know that what life is truly about is going to still be there. There will be a full and rich life. Why? Because Jesus is there. That's where we'll meet him, and life will be abundant, eternal, and good. We hold on to that promise and the presence of Jesus, and we plant our seeds. God bless you and keep you this day.